Hi folks, it's Supercult575 here, and I thought for you that this time I want to try something new and just see how it goes. This time, for the first time ever, I'm actually going to give a review for you, and it's going to be a review of a game that I've had for a while, and, well, obviously I haven't played that much, but don't tell anybody, even though the whole world does. But this time I've got a review for this, Ridge Racer Unbounded, and of course I've got the PS3 version. Now, it's been a while since we've seen a new Ridge Racer game for a long time, but finally, after a 5-year wait, or thereabouts, Ridge Racer Unbounded has drifted its way to the home consoles at last, and this time it's gone multi-platform. You can now have this, of course, on the PS3, the Xbox 360, and the PC. And also, for the first time ever, Namco has enlisted an outside development team. Instead of being in-house, they've got the help of FlatOut developer Bugbear, and they want to give us the latest take on the Slidefest franchise. But will this new direction be a step ahead of the competition, or will it just simply crash and burn? Let's talk about the gameplay and the features. Now, Ridge Racer has always been famous for its trademark drift racing. That same formula remains in Unbounded, but the on-rail style from past outings has been ditched for a more free-flowing handling model. Now, this might put off some long-time fans of the series, as it will take some getting used to. Actually, in fact, it takes a lot of getting used to. Oh boy. Beginners will find themselves most likely spinning out or going wide and slamming into a wall, but it is very satisfying and rewarding once you've played it for probably less than an hour or so, and then by that time you'll be used to it like no problem. Sorry for the stutters. Now, as you drift, smash and chase your opponents, you gain power. Now, this is like boost, but it can do more, and then more, and then even more than that. Now, once you activate it, you can destroy on-track targets, from explosive trucks that happen to be parked alongside to an entire building structure. And you do this to earn points. It can also be used to take down your rivals, which will net you more points, of course. But the power only lasts for about 5 seconds or so, so you need to be very careful when you use it and time it perfectly. Too soon, and you might end up crashing, and too late, you'll end up wasting it. But luckily, if you make an on-screen smash, especially one through the structures, it'll fill up very quickly and pretty much instantly. Now, the points you earn will also allow you to level up, which unlocks new cars, blocks for the creation mode, more on that a bit later, and districts and events, of course. Luckily, there are lots of events in the game for you to complete through the fictitious city of Shatter Bay. These range from domination races, the main mode of the game, Shindu races, where they're just normal, clean-ish racing with normal boost only used, drift attack, time attack, and frag attack, where you take down endless hordes of cops, and I'll admit, it's pretty good fun. Now, these modes can also be used in the track creator. In fact, building a track in the basic editor, at least, was very simple and intuitive. Straights, corners, and some destruction sections are mostly limited to one block, apart from a few, so probably about 2 or 3 blocks at least. Despite that, the construction meter can fill up quite quickly, so it can feel somewhat limiting to your creative needs, unlike most other games out there. You can then head over to the advanced editor where you can add more on-track items and destructible pieces. But placing these items needs a large amount of space around them, which is odd for a small barrel. But then again, quite understandable if it's a large truck that blows up. But that then limits the area to where you need to place them. And the controls can be confusing and occasionally frustrating. It's not good. And only 5 tracks are allowed per city you create. Yeah, it's weird because the number 5 seems to be very popular in this game for some reason. 5-year gap, 5 seconds of power, 5 race modes, and 5 tracks per city. Huh. Thousands of tracks included? Oh, sorry. Anyway, when your explosive blading tracks are ready, though, for your city in particular, you can publish that online. Speaking of online, you're able to compete with up to 8 competitors across both events from the career mode and players' own cities. Unfortunately, I found a slight lag when using the power meter, which I'm pretty sure will soon be fixed with a patch later down the line or something. Now let's go on to the graphics and the presentation of the game. Gone are the bright, colourful and vibrant visuals of the old in favour of a more darker, gritty, underground style. The cars are beautifully detailed, though unlicensed of course, but they do resemble some real-life counterparts in some way. The tracks do look great too as well, but even though some of the textures do look a little flat in places, but sometimes they're not really noticeable. However, the gorgeous lighting effects more than makes up for that. The biggest draw, however, is the sound design. Every engine, every crumble, every explosion is spot on and just sounds incredible. It really immerses you into the game. The soundtrack, and as for the soundtrack, well, you get past mixes from Ridge Racer 5, 6 and 7, as well as hard trance and techno tracks that are new for the game. It does include dubstep, however, which to me seems questionable. There seems to be 2 things that really bother me about the game. One of which is that it's somehow Unbounded doesn't look or feel as sharp as Ridge Racer 7, and that was a launch title for the PS3. Right, let's sum up, shall we? As far as I can tell, Ridge Racer Unbounded is a very good game, and if you're lucky enough to get the limited edition, which I have here, you can get 3 extra cars, 5 extra paint jobs, and that's it. So it's not really a limited edition, is it? But overall, I found that Ridge Racer Unbounded was a very, very good game. Now, that other thing that's bothering me is the name. And I'm not talking about the Unbounded name here. I'm talking about those first 2. Ridge Racer. If you took them away and just called it Unbounded and just had that same cover there, that would work. I'd still get it. In fact, I did. But the inclusion of the name Ridge Racer, well, to me, after playing this, it really, really doesn't feel like a Ridge Racer game. If you're looking for a new destruction fix, by all means, go for this. But if you're after a Ridge Racer, I'd say get Ridge Racer 7 if you can find it pre-owned. Or if you're really lucky, Ridge Racer 6 on the 360. Or even Ridge Racer 5 for that matter. Or just wait for Ridge Racer 8. Then that will be a defining Ridge Racer game. Well, I hope you enjoyed my review. And if you have any comments, feel free, put them down below, there, wherever it is. I'm just pointing randomly now. But feel free to express your opinions and let me know what you think of the game. And also, if there are any racing games that you want me to review, let me know. Again, comment. I'm more than welcome these comments. This has been Supercar575 for the review of Ridge Racer Unbounded.